What is up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life Till Metal. I'm going to do a No Life Till Metal graphics update today. These are all LimitedRunVinyl.com releases that I've done. This batch happens to be all for Retroactive or Rocks Records, but Girder Music and No Life Till Metal is also part of the whole thing. Unfortunately, No Life Till Metal hasn't put anything out under there, but we do have some coming out soon. I just can't put out as much vinyl as those other companies can. So, but regardless, Retroactive Records and Rocks, I have theirs here. Girder Music, I haven't done any work as far as like their record covers or that kind of thing, but I have done a couple inserts for them. I have one of those inserts here that I'll be showing. So let me get ahead and get right into that. So first up, this is for Bride. Sounds is Madness. So this is one that's already for sale, one that'll be coming out. It's probably already shipping. I just haven't received my copy yet. But yeah, the thing about this LimitedRunVinyl.com is it's all 200 copies or less. It's all 180 gram vinyl. It's all multiple colored vinyl, full color covers, full color inserts. Usually in the first 3 days shipping is $1.99, and they all sell out pretty quickly. Some of them are gone. Sixpence None the Richer I know is sold out, and Magdalene Big Bang is completely sold out, and several of the other ones I'm going to show you are very close to being sold out. And I would imagine that if you don't get them soon, they're going to be gone, because like I said, all of them are between 200 or less. There's one on there for 50 copies. There's one on there for 150 copies. Several of them on there for 100 copies, and some are on there for 200 copies. This is Idle Cure, and this is the insert I worked on for Girder. The color is very bright, but it needed to match the LP, which Greg from Girder actually did the graphics on that. I just did the insert for him. So that's going to be the insert for that one, Idle Cure. And then this is Sixpence None the Richer, This Beautiful Mess. This is the insert for that one, lyric insert, as well as some write-up on here from Brian Quincy Newcomb. And that'll be inside that record, which I don't have. That one I know is sold out. I think it was 100 copies, and it sold out in the first, I don't know, week, I think. So there's none of those available, unfortunately. Sacred Warrior Obsessions. This one I know has delivered from the factory. It just hasn't come to me yet. As from what I've seen, it's actually has. You don't know what color vinyl you're going to get because there's more than one color in the batch. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, insert for that one. Black and white insert on that one. There wasn't a whole lot of photography other than black and white photography for it. So I kept the insert black and white. And it has a full interview from HM Magazine on here, as well as the lyrics. And then this last one is, they call themselves California Thrash Metal. To me, it sounds more like deathcore. That's the style of music. They are modern. They're very modern. They're not, you know, traditional thrash metal. They have a metalcore style screamer in the band, and that's kind of the style they're going for. So somewhere between thrash and metalcore, okay? But anyhow, Crushing the Deceiver. Now this one's unique because there's only 50 copies available on the website. There will be 100 copies pressed, but only 50 copies available from the website. The rest are going out with the band on tour. The other 50 copies will be with the band on tour. So those will not be for sale anywhere online. So if you're interested in picking that up, the only way to get it is to go on the LimitedRunVinyl.com website and pick it up. All right, so let me get into the finished products. This one's awesome. This is an album I've loved since I was in my early 20s. This album, if you remember, I don't know if you remember this album, the original came out looking just like this. So I bought the CD, it was also on the cassette, but there was a sticker, which you can see here, the sticker of the bodybuilder that hides the actual artwork underneath of it. And it was because this album was sold in a lot of stores who were, a lot of Christian stores who were upset over the Destruction Comes artwork. So when Rocks decided they wanted to redo this record and have me redo the artwork, I was very excited I was like, we got to do the sticker. I mean, it just has to have the sticker on it. I mean, I know it's ridiculous and silly. It was ridiculous and silly when it came out, but it's just part of the history, and I was glad that he agreed to allow me to put the sticker out. So all 150 or 200 copies of this will come with a sticker. It will not be stuck to the plastic. I stuck mine to the plastic. But here's the front cover, which came out fantastic. Here is the back cover, which also came out fantastic. You can see Jim Jones' temple in the background there. And it came with an insert. So there's the insert with photos from the Before the Time video session here. There's Roger Martinez, vocalist, and lyrics. And the color vinyl on this one, it's kind of a, it's red, but it's got a little bit of marbling to it. It's kind of a muted red. It's not like a blood red color, what you mostly see. It's more of a, I don't know, let me show it to you. And all the limited red vinyl come in these black poly bagged inners. So there is the red opaque vinyl, and again, it's 180 gram. I played this one today. It sounds fantastic. It looks fantastic. Really happy with how the final product came out. So I think there was only I can't remember if it was 200 or 150. One of the Vengeance Risings there was 200. One of them was 150. So and last I knew there was less than 30 copies of each left. So now these are just shipping now. So I would imagine that once people start seeing these pop up on social media, the remaining 30 to 40 copies will disappear. And then this was their last album from Vengeance. This is Released Upon the Earth. And again, I redid the cover art on this. The back cover. The picture of the band on the back is actually the band that toured for the album, although the guitarist, the drummer, Johnny, who is right there, he actually did play on the album as well, but that was a touring lineup. Nice thing about this one is you also get some nice liner notes from Daniel Cordova, who was the second guitar player in the band with George Ochoa during the tour for this album. So you get liner notes, lyrics, and a nice collage of photos from that Released Upon the Earth tour, and a couple of the t-shirt designs from that tour as well. And the color of the vinyl on this one's kind of, I call it Mulligan Stew Puke pink, because it's kind of a pink purple. I guess it's more a purple than a pink, but I don't know. Call it whatever you want to. It looks pink to me. But custom center rings, again, 180 gram vinyl. There was no other extras, no stickers or anything, but really, again, happy with how the printing came out on this. You have to remember that I'm having to recreate a lot of this stuff from scratch. There really is no original artwork around anymore, so I'm having to figure out ways to recreate the artwork from a CD or from something. And in this case, I had to recreate it from the CD, and I had to find anyone to look at this and see if they could find pixels or blurriness or moire patterns. You won't find it, because that's what I spend a lot of time making sure these covers come out as best as they possibly can, and really happy with how this one came out. Released Upon the Earth. Okay, this next one is, I know there was only 100 copies of this one. This is Ritual Servant, Metallum Evangeli. This is thrash metal. Great old school thrash metal, but a new release for 2019 on CD and vinyl from Rox Records. It's on a purple vinyl. This one has an insert as well. The insert's a little different from the others because it's a different size. Here's the insert. Let me show you the insert. There's the insert, lyrics, liner notes. There are no photos of the band for this one. The band requested no photos, so there are no photos. So there is just the front cover and the back cover, and this is an image that was supplied by the band. It's also the same images on the CD. Again, polyline sleeve. This one does have a black and white center ring, intentionally so, to go with the overall look. And it is, like I said, a purple color, which the band was excited about because it's kind of purple is the color of royalty. And this whole album is an album about, obviously from the cover art, Jesus Christ, the life of Jesus Christ, the Messiah. So very, very cool. Great album, too. I love the music on this one. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year. So super excited about this. And I really like the painting of Jesus. Very nice. But yeah, came out great. And let's see, I got two more to go, so I need to probably step on a little bit here. Let's do this one next. This is on Retroactive Records. This was the fourth full-length album from Deliverance, Stay of Execution. This was a stylistic change for the band, still 100% metal, still has a bit of speed metal mixed into it. fantastic album in my opinion. I love the heavy Boogie Mesa crunch that this whole album has. I think that the Stay of Execution, the song Stay of Execution, is absolutely brilliant. It's got one of the coolest, it's one of the coolest riffs on the album in my opinion. But there's some great stuff on here. From Once, I believe it was From Once Was, is a Michael Phillips song that they revamped from one of his old thrash bands. So yeah, there's still some thrash on here. And in fact, there's even a remix of Weapons of Our Warfare on here, which is kind of pointless, but at the time, which was what, 1992, the Weapons of Our Warfare video was still getting some spin on MTV, so I'm pretty sure that's the reason that the record company back then decided to put a remix version of it on here. But this one too comes with an insert. You got a full color insert this time, with liner notes from Jimmy P. Brown, guitarist, vocalist, and then you've got lyrics on the backside, and then you've got, again, kind of an interesting colored vinyl. Again, to me this looks like a lot like the Vengeance Rising one, kind of a pink purple color with some blue, white, red, just a little bit of everything kind of mixed in the marbling on there. So again, custom center rings, which I did their artwork for all those, so really happy with the way that one came out as well, and how it sounds. I gave it a spin. Sounds great. Pretty sure there's 200 of those pressed, and I'm sure that there are probably only about 50 copies left, if that. Then the last one, some Norwegian black metal from Esther. Again, this is one that I had to recreate the cover art from. Nobody seemed to have the original cover art, which I did. I recreated the cover art. The original was a tan color. The label requested it. They wanted kind of a more icy cold blue color, so that's what I did. I fixed the color. I removed the logo from the original and put the logo fresh so it's nice and crisp and sharp. And again, I challenge anybody to find any moire patterns or printer dots on here from the original printing. You won't find it, because I spent quite a bit of time making sure it was clean and crisp and best as it possibly can be. Back cover, band photo. Again, there is an insert. This is this one I believe has an 8.5 by 11 insert as opposed to a 12 by 12 insert. It has a little mini poster of the cover, and then the lyrics on the back side. And the vinyl is again in a polyline sleeve. The vinyl is, people keep saying it's black, but it's really not. And I'm not sure how well this is going to translate on here. It's kind of got a marbling to it, but it's not. You really need to look closely to see it. But it's kind of a chocolate brown color. It actually is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a vinyl quite that color before. So I'm getting as close as I can. You kind of see there's some marbling in there, and yeah, it's real nice. So Omen, Norwegian black metal band. I'm not a huge fan of black metal, but I do like Esther. I've liked them since I picked up their very first album, and actually since I heard them on a compilation, I picked up their demo. I just think that a lot of black metal bands tend to be atmosphere and lyrics over top of actual writing, solid riffing and good songs, and that's kind of what I like about metal is the heavy riffing and the songs. So when it becomes atmosphere and look how evil we are, it just tends to bore me. I think these guys know how to they have that black metal sound, they have the atmosphere, but then that cold, dark feel that you want to get from black metal, but they also write great songs and they have some great riffs. So anyhow, Omen and Esther. This one was originally released in, I don't know what year it was originally released in. It was a couple years ago now. It's probably, I'm pretty sure it says on the insert what year it was released. I think it was like 2012 or something like that it was released. But regardless, Esther, Omen, and that's it. That is the second update I've done in the same week for graphics that I've done in NoLifeTilMetal. A lot of stuff coming in. I got a lot more coming in. I've been really busy, so I'm really happy with all this stuff I've been getting to do. Very awesome. So hopefully I'll get this up in the next few days, so before Thanksgiving. And if I don't see you before, then happy Thanksgiving. God bless. Stay strong.